Welcome to Powercoat Music. In this presentation, we're going to talk about the Korg M3R AI synthesis module and why I use it. Released back in 1989, the Korg M3R is a rack mount stripped down budget version of Korg's most popular synthesizer at that time, the legendary Korg M1. The M3R uses all the same AI synthesis data as the M1, however, the patch structure is different. Korg AI synthesis uses multi-samples, which are short loop samples as the basic waveform. They're also treated with filters, modulation, an amplifier, and more to get the completed sound. AI synthesis multi-samples fall into 5 basic categories, which are attack transients, drums, looped rhythmic patterns, sampled instruments, and single cycle waveforms. The sounds are processed by a pair of 16-bit effects processors, which include stereo reverb, chorus, flanger, echo, RO exciter, early reflection, and much more. It's virtually impossible to talk about the Korg M3R without first saying a few words about its big sister, the Korg M1. The M1 was manufactured by Korg from 1988 to 1995 and is reported to be the best-selling synthesizer in history, with an estimated 250,000 units sold. That's incredible. Korg M1 synth sounds were widely used in 1990s house and popular music, especially the piano and organ sounds. One of the most notable is Madonna's 1990 hit single, Vogue. Other artists and groups who use the M1 include Aerosmith, The Cure, Depeche Mode, Thomas Dolby, Jerry Garcia, Bruce Hornsby, Quincy Jones, the Pet Shop Boys, Queen, and the list goes on and on. M3R has the basic functionality of the legendary M1. Not only is the M3R significantly smaller than the M1, it also lacks the M1's double program feature. In addition, the M3R and the M1 patches are not compatible. For instance, you can't upload M1 patches to the M3R because the M3R has a different patch structure. I use the Korg M3R because it helps me to economically capture some of the great late 80s and early 90s M1 sounds that I need for my music, while saving a lot of space in my home studio. You see, the M1 was a pretty big and heavy unit. In this presentation, we're going to cover the Korg M3R's features, technical specifications, front panel interface, modes and key functions, back panel components, and we are going to hear a demo of the unit. You're not going to want to miss it. It sounds fantastic. So grab your coffee and your tea and stay with me and don't go anywhere. Again, you're not going to want to miss what makes up this cool vintage tone generator and what it can do and what it sounds like. We'll start with the Korg M3R's features. This is a 1U rack space unit, and it's an external tone generator for sequencing or live performance. It includes volume, pan, and other mixer-like functions, and includes 2 built-in digital multi-effects processors. Each of those units has 33 types of effects. You can combine 2 or more programs in this unit into a combination for wider performance capabilities. It also includes an array of built-in drum sounds. Let's check out the Korg M3R's technical specifications. Now, this unit is an AI synthesis system with full digital processing. It's a 16-voice, 16-oscillator tone generator with PCM 16 mbit wave memory. For its effects section, there's 2 systems of digital multi-effects, and it has 100 programs and 100 combinations. As far as outputs, there's 4. There's one left, there's a right, and there's a 3 and 4 output, and it also has a headphone output as well. So, well, actually 5. The card slot is a PCM data card slot for programs, and when it comes to MIDI, you have an in, out, and a through. For the remote jack, this is an 8-pin remote jack for use with the Korg RE1 remote editor. If you want to program this device, the RE1 remote editor is a must because it is incredibly difficult to program without it. The display is a 16-character by 2-line backlit LCD display, and you have also for options an optional RAM card, which is the MCR03, and the ROM cards. You can use those as well as the read-only memory cards, as well as the PCM pulse code modulation cards. The power supply is 100 volts, and the consumption is 11 watts, which is the nominal consumption. And below that, we have the width, depth, height, and weight. Now we'll move on to the M3R's front panel user interface. The first control on the front panel is the master volume with a 0 to 10 range. After that, we have a 1/4-inch phone jack. Now this monitors outputs 1 left and 2 right on the rear of the unit. After that, we have our display. This is a 16-character by 2-line backlit LCD. From there, we have our mode and MIDI indicators. These will light up when the MIDI data is received. After that, we have our play key. You press this and enter the combination play mode. After that, we have our combi, card, and page plus key. The card part of this, you press to play the card sounds. The page plus key part of this, you press it to move to the next parameter page of each mode. After that, we have our prog, +10, and forward key. The +10 part of this increases the combination number by 10. The forward key part of this moves the cursor to the right. Next, we have the effect, +1, and up/yes key. The +1 part of this increases the combination number by 1. The up/yes part of this increases the values of the parameter above the cursor, or it answers an OK prompt. Next is the edit key. Press this to enter a mode other than the combination play mode. After that, we have the global, int, and negative page key. The INT part of this you want to press to hear internal sounds. The negative page key part of this moves you to the previous parameter of each mode. What follows then is the drums, -10, and back key. The -10 part of this decreases the combination number by 10, and the back key moves the cursor to the left. The next is the -1 down/no key. The -1 part of this decreases the combination number by 1, and the down/no key decreases the values of the parameter above the cursor, or it answers an OK prompt. Next is the PCM data slot. Cards containing PCM data such as multi-sound and drum sound data can be inserted here, but do not insert program cards into the slot. After that, we have the Pro Demo cards or data slot. Cards containing program data or which you can store program data can be inserted here, but do not enter or insert PCM cards into the slot. Last but not least, we have our power switch. Let's examine the M3R's modes and key functions. The numbers 1 and 2 enclosed in circles indicate the order in which the keys should be pressed to enter each mode. The shadowed boxes indicate whose indicators will light while that mode is active. Now on your screen we have the first 2 modes, the program edit mode and the effects mode. For the program edit mode, to enter this mode you would press the following 2 keys in order, and then once you're in that mode, below we have the key functions in this mode that you would use. Next is the effects mode. To enter this mode you would press the following 2 keys in order, and then below that are the key functions in this mode. Let's move on to the next two modes. These next two modes are the combination play mode and the drums mode. In the combination play mode, you would just press the one key, and below that are the key functions in this mode. Moving on to the drums mode, to enter this mode, you would press the following two keys, and then below that are the key functions that are available in this mode. Let's move on to the last two modes, which are the combination edit mode and the global mode. In the combination edit mode, to enter this mode, you would press the following two keys, and below that are the functions available in this mode. Then the global mode is final, and to enter this mode, you would press the following two keys, and below that are the key functions in the global mode. Now we'll check out the M3R's back panel components. From left to right, first we have the remote jack. An RE1 remote editor can be connected to this jack. This is an 8-pin jack. Next we have the MIDI jack groups. Of course, these are 5-pin DINs. First is the MIDI 3 jack, then we have the MIDI out jack, and then the MIDI in jack. Last we have the output jacks. This is output jack 4, 3, 2R, and 1L for left and right, of course. Various parameters determine how voices are assigned to each output jack. Well, my friends, that is a wrap. If you like this presentation, give it the thumbs up and click the subscribe button on your screen now to join our group. We have new presentations coming out every 7 to 14 days, and we would love to have you be a part of our team. Also, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know what you think about this presentation. And check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify. Also, while you're here, listen to some of the music, check out some of the other videos, let us know what you think about that too. And also check out the playlist, because they're designed just for you. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you soon.